hello, Wei.
Hi, Griffin.
Can you start by introducing yourself?
Okay. Thank you for having me here today. My name is Frank. I have experience with customer service and administrative support, where I've handled customer inquiries, coordinated with different stakeholders, and also managed documentation and support daily operations. So in these roles, I've learned that it's important to communicate clearly, stay organized, and also remain calm when handling multiple priorities. I've also worked closely with customers and colleagues to resolve issues and ensure that work is completed. So what interests me about this opportunity at STB, right, is that it combines stakeholder engagement, administration, and industry support. I enjoy helping people at business. I find it meaningful to contribute to an organization that plays an important in promoting the Singapore culture as a world-class tourism destination. So I'm excited for this opportunity, and I can apply my skills here as try to go here.
Sure. Okay. Can you tell me why are you interested in this group as Singapore Tourism Board?
Yeah, I'm interested in this role because it aligns well with both my experiences and interests. So from what I've read, the role involves working closely with travel agents, supporting industry initiatives, renewing grant applications, and communicating with different stakeholders. So these responsibilities are also very similar to what previously I've done, where I manage customer inquiries, coordinate multiple parties, and ensure that work is completed smoothly. So I'm attracted to SPB because it's an organization that makes a real impact on Singapore's economy. Now, tourism supports many local businesses, and I'll be very proud to contribute to help travel agents and industry partners.
Okay, thanks for that.
Okay, Frank.
What about maybe some key challenges that travel agents face really?
I think that travel agents face several challenges. So first, they have very strong competition from the online booking platforms. The customers can easily compare prices and book trips on their own. Secondly, the customer expectations have already changed recently. So travelers, they look for more personalized and more unique travel experiences rather than just standard travels. But they also need travel agents to provide more value through their knowledge and expertise. So lastly, like many agencies, especially the smaller ones, they're trying to adapt to digital tools while managing limited manpower and resources. So balancing day-to-day operations with digital transformation can be quite challenging. So support from organizations like Singapore Tourism Board is quite important.
Okay, then what about the time that you work with different stakeholders?
In my previous admin role, right, I regularly coordinate with different customers, internal departments, external vendors, to make sure that work is completed according to the schedule. So on one occasion, right, a vendor experienced an unexpected delay because of the project that affect the project timeline. So instead of waiting for updates, I contact the vendor to understand what happened, then keep the internal team and customer informed. So work with everyone to adjust the roster accordingly and the schedule. So because communication, right, was clear, so everyone understood what happened, then we were able to minimize disruption and complete the work successfully. So that was one of the things. Then experience taught me that effective stakeholder management isn't just about passing information. It's about build trust and communicate proactively and work together to find a better solution.
Okay, thanks for the answer. Maybe you can also answer why and how would you encourage a travel agent to adopt a new digital solution?
So firstly, I will try to understand what their concerns are before I recommend them anything. So some travel agents, they will worry about the cost. They might feel that a new system will take much longer or disrupt their daily work. So once I understand their concerns, I will explain to them how the solution can improve their efficiency, reduce repetitive tasks, and allow them to spend more time serving customers and to grow their business. So I also share example of other businesses that have successfully adapted similar source. Provide training and ongoing support or help the transition and build some confidence in them also.
Alright, thanks for sharing. Can I also ask maybe, for example, how would you carry out a landscape scan?
Landscape scan. So firstly, I'll start by reviewing the industry reports, the statistics, market trends, and government applications to understand overall what's happening. Then I also engage with travel agents and industry partners to hear about the challenges they are facing and gather feedback on the current market conditions. So by combining this research and the industry feedback, then I'll be able to identify emerging trends, opportunities, and areas where STB could provide or support the issues.
Okay, thanks for the answer. What about maybe like, can you explain how would you review a grant application
Okay,
fairly?
yeah, we're talking about reviewing grants, right? I believe fairness, it begins with consistency. So I'll review every application again, the same based assessment criteria, and use a checklist to ensure that every applicant is evaluated objectively. Then if any information is incomplete or unclear, I will seek clarification instead of making assumptions. So throughout this process, paying close attention to detail, remaining impartial, and ensure that every application is assessed according to the guidelines.
Okay, thank you. Can you maybe share with us a time where you manage multiple deadlines?
Oh, that's a very good one. So in my previous role, it's very common for me to manage a few responsibilities at the same time. There's a customer inquiries, performance scheduling, documentation, coordinate with stakeholders. So to stay organized, right, I prioritize my work based on urgency and business effect. So I maintain a task list. So by monitoring this process throughout the day, adjust these whenever urgent requests came in. So by planning ahead and communicating proactively with all the stakeholders, I was able to complete my work on time without compromising the quality. So this is a very great experience and made me comfortable working in fast-paced environments where the priorities change very quickly.
Okay, thank you. Maybe also, I want to ask, like, what initiative would you suggest to improve the productivity for smaller travel agents?
Okay. So for smaller travel agent, right, I would suggest that helping them to adopt to digital solutions through training and practical support. So for example, right, they can use different tools to help like appointment scheduling, customer inquiries, and document management, which can reduce all these manual work and to improve the efficiency. So I also think that peer learning sessions like where travel agents share successful digital practices will be valuable because businesses often learn best from others who have faced the challenge before. So this will allow the smaller travel agents to spend more time to build customer relations and create better travel experiences.
Okay, thanks for the sharing and answering my questions. Frank, then I would like to ask, do you have any questions for me?
Okay, so I think that I'd like to know what are the key priorities for someone joining this role during the first 6 to 12 months.
Okay, sure. That's a good question. I think the first few months are really about getting familiar with the tourism industry and then understanding how STB works with our travel trade partners. You'll spend time learning our grant programs, policies, and internal processes. Also, building relationships with our colleagues and industry stakeholders. As you settle in, you'll expect you to start managing your own portfolio more independently, engaging confidently with travel agents, and gradually contributing ideas on how we can improve our programs and processes.
Okay, so you spoke about some of this, but so like what are the biggest challenges that the current team is facing?
The tourism industry is constantly changing its scope. So one of our biggest challenges is helping travel agents keep pace with changing travel expectations and new talent. Many businesses are also operating with lean teams, so they need practical support that create a real value. So our role is to understand those challenges, work closely with the travel industry, and make sure the support we provide remains relevant and effective.
So you mentioned something about creating value. So is this a measure as success for someone in this position?
Of course, for the accuracy and meeting timelines, these are important because when you are handling run applications and working with stakeholders, but also beyond that, we also look at how you communicate with people and whether we are able to build trust with our partners, collaborate well with your teammates, and take initiative when you see opportunities to improve the way we work. We value people who are willing to learn, ask questions, and continuously.
So you mentioned that you like people who continuously improve. So are there any opportunities to work on cross-function projects or to contribute to new tourism initiatives?
Yes, indeed. One of the nice things about working at Singapore Tourism Board is that collaboration is part of our culture. So depending on the project that is happening across the board, there are opportunities to work with different teams and contribute to initiatives beyond your day-to-day job scope. It's a good way also to learn about different parts of the tourism industry and also broaden your experience and develop professionally. We are always looking for people who are curious, adaptable, and enjoy working with others. If that's something you enjoy, I think you will find that there are plenty of chances to grow here.
Well, okay, yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so I really appreciate being here today. Yeah, so I hope very soon you'll get back to me with this role lah.
Of course, we will let you know the results of the review. Thank you very much.